Guys? How's it going? Today I wanted to show you Bitcoin and why this could be temporarily bullish, especially given that we'll probably see some sort of relief rally. Before I continue, it's not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. Past performance is not an indicator of future performance. So as I always say on this page, research, 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 know what you're getting into, and make sure you feel comfortable doing this because there's a lot of risk when you're investing. You get chopped up. You could make the right trade. You could make the right call and still lose money. It's happened to me before, and it could honestly happen to anyone. So, anyways, to Bitcoin, what we all love the most on this page. I'm certainly a big fan of Bitcoin, even though I am bearish on it over a longer period. I do think that temporarily we are seeing a little relief here, and I think this relief could continue and trap some longs before a massive sell-off. So as we mentioned in the previous videos, we lost the log channel and we saw how big this fall was. Now when we lose this 200 week, which I think will happen sometime in the future over the next couple months, we're going to see another sharp sell-off, kind of like when we lost this log. This log had been support during this log, and the confluence of the 200 week have held as support, I think twice. So yeah, right here, we kind of went under, then we boom, just kind of shot over it. But it's right at the line. It was kind of holding just holding as support. These two as a confluence always led to a strong bounce, and then these two again. But now we've lost this line. We saw the sharp sell-off, and now this 200 week moving average, which, might I tell you, although yes, here it did have a few closes below, we've never had the price move below the 200 week moving average for longer than 2 to 3 to 4 weeks, if you want to count like these these two wicks right here, more than 2 weeks. So I think what's setting up here is we're gonna have a relief rally. We're gonna get up here, kind of like I had drawn out here before the halvening. I think we're gonna have a nice run towards the halvening, whether that's going up like this or we sell off massively, hit 3,200 by May, and then have a nice little relief rally to like maybe 48 or something, and then we start ranging again. So what am I seeing? Typically when you lose a channel like this, and then obviously we found support here, you get a retest of somewhere close to this channel. And also this gray line right here is a huge resistance line going down, and I think we're gonna definitely range up and at least make an attempt to get back into this log channel and at least get close to this line, and then I think we're gonna fail there and start falling down. So why is my sentiment suddenly bullish? Well, I'm seeing a few patterns. For one, the way Bitcoin's been holding versus the dollar over the last few weeks. So like we bottomed here, and then we we're just kind of ranging, but what I see here is actually an ascending triangle. So it doesn't, oops, it was on the log chart. Okay, so what we're seeing here is an ascending triangle, and yes, I understand it doesn't look as clear, but I like to use volume as a confirmation, and especially when you see volume following with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is very unpredictable in that sense. Then you see this kind of pattern forming, and this is usually a bullish pattern. When I measure it, it puts us at about 9,000. So we've held support at the 200-week moving average. We see this pattern forming that's typically bullish, and looking at the chart, where exactly does 9,000 fall? Well, it's in the log, but that's only on April 7th. Let's grab the weekly. So on the week of April 6th, it's at about 8,500. So let's just say May 4th, it's at 96, So in about a month, if we could hit this target, or even less than a month, very possible we hit that target, and that just so happens to be right along this nice channel support line, or now it's resistance. And the 50-week just so happens to be around here too. So I can easily see us getting up to here, retesting these resistance points, and then beginning to sell off into later on this year and next year. I think we're seeing a lot of negative signals, but for now this could be temporarily bullish, and we could see some relief based on that pattern we're seeing, and just that reaction which has been so strong off the 200-week. We had a bounce, and now we've had 3 straight green candles. So I did have shorts, I just closed them, and kind of flat now. I do have a little Bitcoin. I always like to have a little Bitcoin, regardless if it goes up or down. But I could definitely see some relief here. And just looking at Ethereum from the dollar point, from Ethereum to USD standpoint, we had this pennant that we just broke out of, and taking the target of that is about 169, which makes sense. Not too sure if we're gonna get quite there, but I know 158 to that 165 level is a huge resistance point. So it will definitely be interesting to see where we go from here. And if you look at that 155, that 162 level, we have seen a few bounces, a few rejections, etc., etc. But yeah, for the most part, I think this is quite bullish what we're seeing from Bitcoin, at least for now. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Leave a comment, share your opinion. I would love to hear it. And that's all for today, guys. So until next time, see you later.